Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Kiana and today I wanted to talk about powder brows. So this is the finish look of the powder brows that I just had done. My friend slash stylist Lucy did powder brows. I did get microblading from her before, but this one specifically, powder brows, instead of microblading, which is, it was used with a knife, like a little tiny like scalpel knife, she used her ink and she cut little hair looking strokes into it. This one she used it's a fat pen that has like needles that are poking into with the ink that she used as well. So powder brows, tattoo because there's needles poking, and then microblading, cutting hair strokes. There you go. I don't know which one I prefer yet. I wanted to do a little documentary of my healing process of the powder brow. So this is day one. It's very red and I am broken out around it a little bit. You have to trust the process, so I will keep you guys updated. Let me show you first the aftercare that Lucy gave me. This is going to be a wound dressing gel. That's kind of an ointment. So is this one. I don't remember the difference. I'm so bad. She really explained it to me like 3 times, but I have her number so I can always call her. And then this is also a list of instructions as well. These are some of the things I need to be aware of. So first hour, she did tell me this: pat the area with a clean tissue repeatedly. I'm assuming it is to get the excess ink or blood off. I'm not sure. Day 1 to 5, apply a thin layer with a cotton swab 3 times a day to prevent infection. And then days 1 to 7, starting tomorrow, using your fingertips, gently wash the area with mild soap and water, morning and night. That's another big difference. With microblading, I was not supposed to wet my eyebrows at all, but this one, it does say to clean it with a cleanser. Maybe I'll do a little tutorial of how I clean it and how I care for it, but right now this is what I wanted to show them. Eyebrows, not supposed to touch it with dirty hands. She said definitely do not, as well as making sure that Ramen, my doggy, does not lick it. Another thing she did mention is to not sleep on my sides, at least the first day if possible, because it's gonna, I don't know, mess with it or whatever. But just, you know, listen so the results can turn out as good as can be. My microblading experience, I really did love the way it looked. It looked like little hairs, but this one feels very full. Like, it really has that makeup effect that she kept on mentioning, and I really like it. Right now it looks very dark. It's not gonna stay looking this dark, and they do have different color ink. Yeah, so she used 2 colors on me. It was dark brown and then a darker brown or something, and then there was something on it. She showed me the color scale, which had like olive skin tone and something something, so that is what she did, and I think it looks really good. It worked out perfectly. So yeah, like I said, this is day 1. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so 3 times a day is when I'm supposed to put the ointment on. It's only a little bit that I need. That's why this is only little in here. It is 5 past 5. I washed my hands. They're clean. And I'm gonna use the most gentle finger, which is the ring finger. And that actually might be too much, but so I'm gonna just apply the ointment on all over it. No, I do need a little more. Oh shit, now I think I used too much. That's fine. It's starting to feel scabby already. Okay, let me see. Oh gosh, it's a little scary. But like I said, trust the process. So there. I almost forgot to do my day 2, but this is it. It's the second time I washed it today and then applied the ointments. But yeah, it feels pretty tight, but it's not hurting at all anymore. And I'll update you tomorrow on day 3. Bye. Day 3, and I cleaned it with my H2O face wash because I don't have any natural one, I guess, or not really natural, but Lucy told me to use the one that is like paraben free, dye free and stuff like that. And I think the H2O one that I have is the closest one to a natural face wash or cleanser, and well, it looks okay. It does. It doesn't feel bad at all, but I noticed when I was scrubbing it that I have like little bumps here. Like, can you see that here? I have a few, and it kind of looks like they have pus in it. And it might just be my skin, because like around it too, it's very, very dry. No matter how much moisturizer I put. Keep in mind it is a tattoo, so when she was using her tattoo pen, she had to like wipe it. You know, when you get a real tattoo, you wipe and then tattoo and then wipe. Her paper towel that she used, it had little ridges in it, so it was kind of burning when she did it to my skin. So it might be my skin, or this might be because I didn't wash it as good, is another thing that I was assuming. But other than that, it doesn't hurt or anything. It gets a little dry when I'm outside in the cold, so when I move my eyebrows, it feels like it tears a little bit. But the healing process is not bad compared to microblading. Again, it was very itchy, and then when I would wipe it, like to put the ointment on, I wouldn't wash it, so I would just put the ointment on top. A lot of ink would come off on my finger, and it would be like little hair strokes, so it looked really weird. But this is powder brows, so I'll update you again tomorrow. Day 4, because it's 12 a.m. and I wanted to give an update on my eyebrows, like the skin around it everywhere, including my eyelids. It's very, very textured, like it's very dry, and I wanted to show this. So it looks like it's already cracking, and this reminds me of when I had it microbladed, because it had color patches coming off. But with the microblading, it was just like little strand of hairs, like I mentioned before. And this one looks really weird because it's going to be like a cut here and a cut here. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but hopefully it looks good. It's not as dark as it was the first day I got it. So yeah, that's my update. Today's day 5, and I wanted to show how it looks like, show that it's peeling. It was a little itchy when I woke up, but it's not itchy enough that makes me touch it. And I'm gonna show you how I clean it. So this is what I'm using. It's just Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser, mild, non-irritating formula, softened as it cleans, for all skin types, and it's for your face and body. So what I do is I just wet it like that, and then that was a lot, and then I just gently clean it like this, and then just wash it out. I'm not using like hot water or cold water. I'm just using like lukewarm. I just pat, or try not to strip off the color or scab on its own, trying to let it come off naturally. I grab some that is good enough, and then I just like that, and there. So yeah, that's how I keep my eyebrows clean. They're very peely right now. Can't wait to see how it turns out. It's definitely not gonna stay this dark, and I don't know if I'm sad or happy about it. See you tomorrow. Good morning, day 6, and she's looking very, very crusty. As you can see, peeling a lot and very dry. Yesterday I did go see Lucy. She wanted to see an update on my eyebrows, and she said that I was cleaning them wrong. I was not supposed to be rubbing it at all, which I did. I'm not supposed to have it that saturated, and I wasn't putting enough ointment on it, so that's why it looks like this. She said that once the color, or not the color, the scab color type, whatever, starts coming off, the skin should look more glossy, and it doesn't really. So it's peeling a little earlier than it should, but it is. This is the process. This is how it's supposed to look. I have hope though. I hope that it'll turn out good still. So today I'll show you the proper way of cleaning the eyebrows. She recommended cotton pad or cotton square, and it's supposed to get wet, like wet to the point where it's coming off. But basically I just pat it, and gently too. It's very itchy, by the way. I'm not gonna use a cleanser. She said it's fine if I don't, and I don't know how much to use, so I'm just gonna opt out on that right now. So this much looks fine. She said gently slide, just like that. It's on the edge. So that's the proper way of taking care or cleansing your eyebrows. But I am on day 6, so day 7 should be the healing process already. I don't know if all of this is supposed to be coming off, but Lucy did tell me not to force any of the color off. She said, yeah, it's gonna scab, and I might want to just like pull it off and be like, it doesn't matter, but it does matter. So it's gonna make a difference in the color, how it turns out after. So I'm gonna try to do my best, take care of it. And that's all I have for you today. Day 7's tomorrow. Bye. Hi, day 8. I skipped yesterday because of work, but yesterday's one was actually the ugliest it looked. Like, it was very yucky and cringy. All the scabs were peeling off, and then the edges were just crumply, if that makes sense, and it was just yuck. It was really ugly. For that reason, I would say that microblading, I would personally prefer it over powder brows, but they look amazing right now. I'm very happy. It definitely does look different and more full compared to microblading, but the fact that the healing process is just really cringy, and me being like at a job where I have to talk to people directly, it made me feel insecure. If you can see, there's still some patches up there, like in my eyebrow. I'm not trying to peel it off because Lucy said not to, so basically just waiting for everything to kind of fall off. Same with microblading. That's how the things came off, is when I was applying the ointment. But yeah, this is how they look on day 8. I'm very happy with it. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi guys, it has been about 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks now. This is how my eyebrows look. I'm actually very in love with them, and I know before I mentioned that I probably would only recommend it if you had time for the healing process. I'm a little bit unsure of which one I like better. The powder brows definitely does look more full compared to microbladed brows, so if I did have time, I think I would rather go for this one, and it is also less painful than microblading. The biggest thing is the healing process, how the microblading healing process doesn't look too terrible, while the powder brows, it looks very scary because it's so peely and it just looks crusty. Overall, it's not that bad at all. I did go see Lucy, and she thought that I had some product in my brows when she saw it. She's like, did you put some powder or product in your brows? Like, no girl, this is it. Like, this is what you did right here. And she was very amazed and happy how it turned out. So even though in the beginning I didn't do the whole cleansing process as well, it still turned out very good, so I'm happy, very happy about it. I highly recommend it for beginners too. Like, if you're gonna first go in for microblading or powder brow, I think the powder brow is good. It is less painful, and I think it will last longer, because when I did microblading I had to do a touch-up not too long after, but with this one, Lucy said that I don't really need a touch-up. I know there's some sparse areas where I guess the ink didn't really go in as much, but it honestly doesn't even look bad at all. I don't even feel like touching it up with my own product when I go out. Like, I just straight out like this. I don't even feel the need to wear much makeup anymore either, which is very nice. It makes a difference. It really does. Eyebrows. What I didn't mention is that powder brows and microblading, they are a little pricey. I know they can range up to like $300. It is an investment, and pain is beauty. The cliche thing that people say, pain really is beauty, but look how great it looks. It's so worth it. Thank you so much for watching again. See you in my next video, whenever that is. One more look at my eyebrows, and now it's time to go. Bye.